Well, hello again. My name's Nick and you're joining me for my 23rd Alevere Video Diary update. And it's been another week of incredible weight loss. Things had slowed down a bit last week, if you saw last week's update. This week, I've lost over £5 again in a week, which means I'm now moving on to stage 3, stages 2 and 3 in just 1 week, because next week, you know me, I'm off on holiday, so there's my reward, and I'm beyond the target I set for myself already. So just to give you some stats, in the last week I've lost 5.4 pounds. It's about 2.5 kilograms. I'm now 13 stone, 2.7 pounds. That's 83.78 kilograms. Now you have to remember, I've done this in just 28 days on Restart with Alevere. Things slipped out of control for me earlier in the year, and then in just 4 weeks I've turned it around completely. In that 4 weeks I've gone from 14 stone 11.1 pounds. You see, I was creeping back up to 15 stone and I've dropped right back down to 13 stone 2.7 pounds. That's 1 stone 8.4 pounds in 4 weeks. Alevere is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I'm now already into a healthy range. BMI is 23.7. My fat mass is down to 20.2%. What's it cost? I estimate by the time I finish this, so obviously I've still got my final blood tests and everything else to do, I think it's going to cost about £1,300 for this restart. So that's worth bearing in mind for people on Alevere. They think, well, worst case scenario, if things really slip out of control for me and I have to do what Nick did, I have to get back on a restart, I know I can pull it back in within 4 to 6 weeks. Give yourself a little bit of a, allowance there, and it's going to cost about that kind of money. So yeah, if you save £108.33 a month and you're willing to live like this for a month every year, then yeah, you'll always be, relatively skinny. But I will say this, the last month hasn't felt like a month. It's felt like 3 months. It has been so hard. And of course, the last week has felt much better, because the magic 3rd week thing on Alevere is just so true. Once you break that 3rd week, for some reason, your body's into it, you've got rid of all the sugar and the toxins in your system, and it just becomes easier. You unlock more energy and you start to shrink much faster. I've seen inches disappear off all my I say inches, an inch from various measurements, again in just 7 days. I am shrinking so much quicker now I'm on that diet into the 3rd week. It almost seems a shame to stop, but I'm not here to get down to 12 stone. My goal was 13 stone 5 in hope of then staying below 13.5 stone. And I think by the time I've been stabilized and I'm off this diet, I will probably be sub 13. I would imagine I'll be 12 stone something next week. So that's absolutely awesome. So if you're thinking of doing this, restarts work. They work absolutely brilliantly. As promised, I'm not going to ramble on. Just a quick update to say it's still working. I feel much better than last week. And if you're considering a restart, if you've lost control of things, just look what you can do in 4 weeks, 28 days, over 1.5 stone. Restarts work. See you next week.